Based on assessments done, Grenada was deemed most ready as it relates to preparedness for the implementation of waste recycling. The project is funded by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS, under the RIMLET initiative, which is to reduce marine waste. Mona Julian, Communications Manager at the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, said they are hoping for a smooth transition and compliance with this waste separation initiative.
We are implementing the communications component, the public awareness component, so that there is good compliance. We're coordinating with those who would be servicing the units so that they understand. We have done some training in that direction, so that they understand what is required in terms of the separation, as we have different locations for the recycling and processing of the various waste streams that are being collected through the color-coded bin system. It's important that every citizen of this country buy into what it is we are trying to promote and implement at this time, and that is a culture of waste separation.
Street cleaners will be responsible for managing the waste separation units, but Julian stated that bins are not yet positioned in some towns.
In use so far in the town of Grenville, right? We are currently working with placement. We should see some in the town of St. George, hopefully before the end of this week, right? On the beaches, we are also hoping to have them on the beaches before the weekend, some of them on the beaches. And these are GTA administered beaches. And there are some hotspots too that have been identified for the placement of those. We have deployed some into Carriacou also. And we are at the stage where we're identifying the locations to have them positioned in Carriacou. Eventually, they would be positioned in all of the towns in Grenada. We are not deploying yet in the towns of Guelph, Victoria, and Sautez, and Hillsborough, because the contracts have expired. The contracts for those companies have expired. The three-year contracts are expired, and we're now opening up for new contracts. So once the new contracts are in place, we would work with the staff of those companies who would be successful.
Julian explained what should be placed in the different bins.
Blue would be for the collection of plastic waste, mainly PET bottles and beverage containers, right? So water bottles and the soft drink containers that come in plastics. Then we have the yellow and green. Green obviously would be for organic food waste. And that would be things like your chicken, bits of chicken and fish, and food scraps that you would have emerging from your stacking and so on. And the yellow would be for the other recyclable waste types. So we also want to tackle things like the cans, right, the Tetra Pak boxes and
Christina John, GBN News.